I don't think I did too well on this art test. I pretty much just drew a blank. So today, we are going to learn about the principles of contrast and unity. They're pretty much two sides of the same coin, so why don't we start with contrast? Contrast is simply when we put two or more different things together. There are many different types of contrast. For instance, one of the most common types of contrast is value, or differences in light and dark. In art, this is known as chiaroscuro. It was developed during the Renaissance. You can see it really well in this painting by Vermeer called The Girl with the Pearl Earring. Another way to make contrast is through color. When we put two complementary colors together, that is, colors that are opposite on the color wheel, we get a contrast. We can see color contrast really well in this art by Andy Warhol. You'll notice that even though each box has the same picture, we can tell them apart thanks to the differences in color. We can also create contrast by putting different sized things together. We can see size contrast really well in this photo by Brian Peterson. Look at the difference in the sizes between the two trees, and how it's mirrored in the size difference between the two people. Texture can also be used to create contrast. These tiles by Heather Knight are all unique, even though they're the same color, because of the textures used to create contrast. Really, anytime we put two or more different things together, we create a contrast. So if contrast is about putting different things together, let's take a look at the other side of the coin. Let's talk about unity. Unity is when the similarities in the parts of an artwork work together to make a sense of completeness. There are several ways to create unity. The first way to create unity is through simplicity. Using only a small variety of elements will create unity. For example, in this piece by Barbara Hepworth, even though each tower is unique, they all use the same height, color, texture, and style. Another way to create unity is through proximity or closeness. If things are piled together, we tend to see them as a group. In this painting by Peter Klaas, we see these wildly different objects as a group thanks to the fact that they're all crammed together. The third way to create unity is through repetition. Repeating similar elements over and over creates a feeling of unity. In these paintings by Andy Warhol, it almost looks like they're all completely identical, but each one is actually a different type of soup. The last way to create unity is through continuation. Using the same lines, elements, and shapes throughout a piece forms a sense of unity. For example, even though there is a lot happening in Van Gogh's The Starry Night, it feels unified thanks to the continuation of the brushstrokes. For this week's activities, click the link in the Explore box to learn more about Andy Warhol, a crazy pop artist. Then, try the games in the Create box to spot the differences and to play Breakout with Vermeer. Finally, post your high score in the comments of the assignment.